Hello students, how are you? Hello everybody, welcome back to my class. This is Pradeep sir with another session of class 10 mathematics. Presently, we are going through the chapter volume and surface area of solids. So in the previous sessions, we have learned about how to find the curved surface area, total surface area of combination of solids, and we have also learned how to find the volume of the combination of those solids. Today I'm going to show you how to find the volume and curved surface area, total surface area when one solid is converted into another, that is conversion of solids. So students, you know that during conversion of solid from one shape to another, the volume remain constant. The surface area changes, but the volume always remain constant. Volume is the volume of the material used to make those solids always remain constant. So here I am giving you some examples, and I'll show you the process how to solve it. So that will make your this concept clear to you. Okay, so let me start with a simple question. Student, in this question, it is given that three metallic spheres whose radius are the first one, the radius R1 is 6 centimeter, the radius of the second sphere R2 is 8 centimeter, and the radius of the third sphere of radius R3 is 10 centimeter, and these three spheres are melted together to form a big sphere whose radius is not known. We have to find the radius of the big sphere. Okay, so it is quite clear from the question that the sum of the volume of these three spheres will be equals to the volume of the big sphere. Okay, so first of all we have to find the volume of these three spheres. Sum of the volumes of three spheres equals to 4 by 3 pi r1 cube plus 4 by 3 pi r2 cube plus 4 by 3 pi r3 cube. Okay, so if 4 by 3 pi is taken common, so inside the bracket it will be r1 cube plus r2 cube plus r3 cube. Okay, let me take the radius of the big sphere, so formed as capital R. So volume of the big sphere, so formed, equals to 4 by 3 pi capital R cube. Now according to the question we can say that volume of this big sphere is equals to sum of the volume of the small three spheres. So according to the question, 4 by 3 pi r cube is equals to 4 by 3 pi r1 cube plus r2 cube plus r3 cube. Okay, so from both sides we can cancel 4 by 3, we can also cancel pi, so remaining part will be r3 cube equals to r1 cube plus r2 cube plus r3 cube. Now r1 is 6, so it will be 6 cube, r2 is 8 cube, and r3 is 10, the 10 cube. Okay, so here r cube is equals to, now we have to simplify. 6 cube is 216, 8 cube is 512, 10 cube is 1000. So if these are added, then we will get r cube is equals to 1728. 1728 or we can say r cube equals to 1728 is the cube of 12. So it will be written as 12 cube. Now comparing both the sides, we can say that r equals to 12. Therefore, the radius of big sphere equals to 12 centimeter. Hope you have understood the sum. It was a really very easy one. So just apply the concept and always remember the formula. If you can keep in your mind the formula, then the sum will not take so much time. It will be done in very quick time. So let me erase this one. Let me give you one more example of the same type. In the next question, it is given that a well of diameter 3 meter is dug 14 meter deep. The earth taken out of it has been spread evenly all around it in the shape of a circular ring of width 4 meter to form an embankment. Find the height of the embankment. Means a well is dug and the earth taken out is used to make an embankment around the well. You all know that embankment is made for safety because well is too deep. So the embankment prevents anyone to fall into the well. So let me draw the diagram. This is the embankment and the well is dug under the earth. This is the ground level and this well which is 14 meter deep. The depth of the well is 14 meter and the diameter of the well is given as 3 meter. Okay, that is inner diameter of the well is 3 meter. Here the width of the embankment is also given. So it is given as 4 meter. The width of the embankment is 4 meter and height of the embankment is not known. We have to find the height. So I am taking the height of the embankment as capital H. Okay. So here the shape of the well is a cylinder, solid cylinder, but the shape of the embankment is a hollow cylinder. So volume of earth taken out from the well is equals to volume of earth in the embankment. So step by step we have to find the volumes. So first for the well, the depth of the well is 14 meter and diameter is 3 meter. So depth H equals to 14 meter and radius R is equals to 3 upon 2 meter. Diameter is 3 meter, so radius will be 3 upon 2 meter. So volume of earth taken out equals to a pi r square h. I am keeping the value of pi because in conversion of shape, conversion of solid which have curved faces, the volume contain pi. So here one curved surface, one curved shape, that is a solid cylinder, is converted into a hollow cylinder which is also made up of curved surfaces. So there it will contain pi. In both the cases the pi will be cancelled. So I am keeping pi as it is. R is 3 upon 2 into 3 upon 2 and h is 14 meter. So here 2 will be cancelled, 7. So it will be 2163 pi upon 2 meter cube. So this is the volume of earth taken out from the well. Pi r square h, pi r square is 3 into 3 by 2 into 3 by 2 and h is 14. So 2 cross 14 is 7 and 9 7 ja 63 pi and 2 remains here. Okay. Now the volume of hollow cylinder. Since it is a hollow cylinder, then volume of material in the hollow cylinder, that is the embankment, will be outer volume minus inner volume. So first of all we have to find the outer radius. This one. This is the outer radius, capital R. So outer radius, capital R, is equals to, as you can see from the diagram, it will be inner radius plus the width. So inner radius is 3 upon 2 and width is 4. So it will be 3 upon 2 means it is 1.5. So it will be 1.5 meter plus the width is 4 meter. That means the outer radius will be 5.5 meter. Okay. Now volume of earth in the, let capital H be the height of the embankment. Let capital H be the height of embankment. So volume of earth in the embankment equals to that will be, since it is a hollow cylinder, so outer volume pi r square capital H minus inner volume, that is pi small r square capital H. In both the cases the height will be capital H. Outer height and inner height both are same, capital H, but outer radius is capital R and inner radius is small r. This is inner radius, this is small r. Now I can take pi h common, so it will be r square minus r square, capital R square minus small r square. Equals to, so pi h capital R square means 5.5 square and small r square means 1.5 square. So pi h, now using the identity a square minus b square equals to a plus b multiplied with a minus b. So a plus b means 5.5 plus 1.5, that is 7, and a minus b, that is 5.5 minus 1.5, that is 4 meter cube. Okay. Now both these volumes are equal, that is volume of the earth taken out from the well is equals to volume of earth in the embankment. So according to the question, pi h multiplied with 28 equals to 63 pi upon 2. Which implies, so h will remain here 63 pi divided by 2. This pi will come down in the denominator, 28 will also come in the denominator. So this pi will be cancelled. 7 cuts 28 is 4, 7 cuts 63 is 9. So h equals to 9 upon 9 to the 8. That is h is equals to 1.125 meter. Okay. So height of the embankment is calculated as 1.125 meter. So here conversion of solid cylinder into hollow cylinder was done. Okay, hope you have understood the sum. Let me show you one more example of this type. Here is another example. It is a cylinder whose height is 15 centimeter, as you can see from the diagram, and radius is 6 centimeter. It is full of ice cream, and this ice cream is transferred to cones, number of cones whose height is 12 centimeter and radius is 3 centimeter. We have to find how many cones are required for this purpose. Means the cylindrical can is totally full of ice cream, and this is to be transferred into the cones. Okay, so first of all, let us find the volume of the ice cream in the cylinder. Volume of ice cream in the cylinder equals to pi capital R square capital H. So pi capital R square means 6 square and H means 15. So it is 36 into 15, 540 pi. Now the shape of ice cream in the cone, as you can see from the figure, that the lower portion is the conical part and the upper portion is hemispherical part. So we have to find the volume of both the hemispherical part as well as the conical part. So volume of ice cream in each cone equals to volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h, and volume of hemisphere is 2 by 3 pi r cube. So we can take pi r square by 3 common, pi r square by 3 taken common. So from here h will be left, and here 2r. Pi r square by 3 is taken common, so 2 and r will be left here. So pi r square, r is 3, so 3 square means 3 into 3 divided by 3. Small h is 12 plus 2r. 2r means 6 centimeter cube. So 3 cancelled. So it is pi into 3 is 3 pi, and here it will be 18. So it is 54 pi centimeter cube. Therefore, the volume of ice cream in each cone is 54 centimeter cube. Now we have to find the total number of cones. So it is quite clear from the question that to find the total number of cones, we have to divide the volume of ice cream in the cylinder by the volume of ice cream in each cone. Therefore, number of cones equals to volume of ice cream in the cone in the cylinder was 540 pi, and volume of ice cream in each cone is 54 pi. So by cancelling, we got 10 as the answer. Okay, understood all of you? So hope these things are becoming much clear to you, and slowly you will learn more about it, and the concept of the whole topic will become more and more clear. Okay. Next question, students. The question is, water in a canal 6 meter wide and 1.5 meter deep is flowing with a speed of 10 km per hour. How much area will it irrigate in 30 minutes if 8 centimeter of standing water is needed for irrigation? So the water is flowing through the canal whose width and depth is given, and the speed of water is also given 10 km per hour, and this water is falling in a field whose area we have to find, where the height of the standing water is given as 8 centimeter. So first of all, let me draw a rough diagram to show the things. So water is flowing through this canal, and it is falling in a field which is in the shape of, I am considering it as cuboid. This water is falling in a field where 8 centimeter, the height of standing water is 8 centimeter. Okay, the depth of the canal is given as 1.5 meter h, and the width of the canal is given as, this width is 6 meter. Okay, so the volume of water which is falling in the field will be same as the volume of water passing through a particular point. I am taking the opening of the canal, this, as the point from where the water is coming and falling, going inside the field. So first of all, let me find how much water is passing through the canal in 1 hour, because the speed of water is given in terms of kilometer per hour. So speed of flowing water equals to 10 kilometer per hour. Let me convert this into meter, because height and depth and width are given in terms of meter. So it will be 10,000 meter per hour. Width equals to 6 meter and depth equals to 1.5 meter. Now the volume of water flowing per hour will be the product of these three, the width into depth into amount of water, that is the length of water column flowing per hour. So volume of water flowing per hour equals to 10,000 into 6 into 1.5 meter cube, that is 90,000. I am writing here 90,000 meter cube. Therefore, volume of water flowing in 30 minutes, that is half hour, equals to 90,000 into half equals to 45,000 meter cube. So this is the volume of water flowing in half hour inside the field. Now volume of water in the field. First of all, the height of standing water, it is in terms of centimeter to be converted into meter. So height of standing water h equals to 8 centimeter equals to 8 upon 100 meter, and the area we have to find. So volume of water in the field equals to area multiplied with h, height. Area we don't know, we have to find it. H is 8 upon 100 meter cube. Now this volume of water, that is 45,000 meter cube, is flowing into the field for irrigation. So according to the question, A multiplied with 8 upon 100 equals to 45000, which implies A equals to 45000 multiplied with 100 divided by 10. This will be in meter square. So it is 562,500 meter square. So this is the area of the field, that is 5,62,500 meter square area will be irrigated by this water flowing through the river in half hour, that is 30 minutes. Okay, so hope you have understood. The sum was not so tough but not so easy also. It is a little bit standard sum. Just practice all these type of sums. So many sums are there in your textbook, as well as you can find the sum in your sample papers, and many other books are there. So just go through the books, go through the question, try to do it by yourself, and I hope and I'm confident enough that you can be able to do the sums. Okay, so let me conclude the class today. In the next session we'll meet with some different topic, because we have almost completed this chapter, volume and surface area. So till then, goodbye and have a beautiful day.